Disclaimer: the opinions expressed on eToxic Tea Lounge platform isn't facts. This is for entertainment and informational purposes only. Viewers should do their own investigating, and it's a no-bully zone. Intentions aren't to harm anyone or defame. It's just freedom of speech and fair use content. Warning: freedom of speech is raw on this platform.
What's up, my loungies? Y'all already know we about to clock some tea, okay? Now, you can hee ha ha, or you could boo-hoo and cry your ass in the comment section. But either way, we're still gonna talk. Y'all ready? Y'all with me? Let's go.
Not only is Cardi currently in court and was dealing with a security guard that's trying to sue her, guess who's suing her now? A male gang member. Okay, yes. Okay, so let's just get into what is being said. Cardi B got sued by an inmate claiming she broke gang codes by working with Megan Thee Stallion. But the judge shut it down instantly, okay? They was like, who do you think you're playing with right here? So the inmate who's doing time in Michigan filed a lawsuit from behind bars saying Cardi violated some gang code when she worked with Meg. He claims he's part of the almighty Vice Lord Nation and says Cardi reps the righteous United Blood Nation. According to him, neither group messes with rats, snitches, and informants. Okay, so he's just letting y'all know codes, and I don't know why he inserted himself as if there's not other people that he could try to target. Okay, but child, this is what's being said. How do y'all feel about that so far? Child. He said that Cardi made music with Megan, who told police about Tory Lanez popping her. Wouldn't that be a Megan situation? Like, wouldn't you want to, like, this don't make no damn sense. The guy said that the move went against the GANG's entire no snitch policy, and that Cardi had basically betrayed their code by working with someone who had cooperated with the police, which is Megan. Like I said, where is Cardi? You know how many other people have made music with Megan and did all these other things that I'm pretty sure is affiliated with something? Chaba. He also tried to say Cardi used offensive language and racial slurs in her lyrics and that she misrepresented his culture. He wanted the court to step in and stop her from working with anyone who's ever talked to the feds. What? The judge has not even is close to buying it. The court tossed the frivolous case with prejudice, which means it cannot be refiled. Like, are you dumb or are you dumb? Like, at this point, people are just messing with Cardi just because what are we even doing here? Like, come on. You a whole grown-ass man, and you over here trying to put some fake-ass lawsuit on Cardi? Boy, bye. The inmate is responsible for the $350 filing fee. The Michigan Department of Corrections will take 20% of his monthly prison account until it's paid off. Boy, you got to worry about paying $350 filing fee. Okay? You worrying about damn Cardi trying to get money. Ciao, bye. All right, filing a lawsuit as a GANG member, not even knowing Cardi, while claiming she allegedly from a different unaffiliated gang, is crazy work. Over a collab Cardi did with Megan years ago? The audacity is just funny. Yeah, because what are we even doing? Like, you just sound dumb, you look dumb, and the judge shut that shit down. Okay, so with this whole Cardi thing, and she was collaborating with Megan Thee Stallion snitched on Tory, blah, 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 blah. Cardi, how was Cardi the snitch? If that was Megan's issue and problem. It's not like Cardi snitched on anybody. But y'all know how these gangs and how this street stuff is so annoying. Like, you could be in a life-threatening situation and it pertains to you. But because you're in the street or you're in a gang, you're not supposed to even protect yourself and, seek some help and stuff like that. They expect everybody to be out here shooting and unaliving people and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I guess that's what comes with the territory of being in a gang and being in the streets. So I guess that's the lifestyle that, basically attracted to you. So at this point, I don't know, we don't care. And yeah, whoever that person is in jail wanted some online time, and just wanted to complain about anything. And sir, that was very stupid. Chill. Dumb. So, an update with Tamar, okay? What happened to Tamar, okay? So, dentist is coming out, medical people is coming out. Now, they're saying it might be sleepwalking, something that I don't know if it's true or not, so let's get into it. I find this a bit unusual for a doctor to post. You guys are held to a high ethical standard, and this post seems to cross that line a bit. The doctor says, that's understandable. However, this was discussed and approved with her team, and we felt the need to allow this to be a teachable moment for others. This also serves to clarify any false accusations. But how y'all know for real? Like, stop it. Just because she came in and said, oh, I woke up in this, nobody knows what happened. But I guess they allegedly did tests and stuff. And y'all know doctors is not always 100% accurate. So, I guess Tamar said it was okay for the doctor to come out with this story and let everybody know. Why, she could have just come out and say, hey, I went to the doctors. I don't know if it was said because I'm only going by the clips that I've seen. So, Tamar Braxton is the definition of the boy who cried wolf. Sleepwalking, having a dentist release a statement diagnosing a sleeping disorder. She's an attention seeker. Has borderline personality disorder and suicide as well. She needs to be put in a psychiatric facility. So some people was thinking that she just be making shit up. She's an attention seeker. And if y'all are clout chasers out there like that, yes, that's a mental issue. So Tamar Braxton did all this ducking and dodging to say she has a sleeping disorder, a walking disorder, and that's how she got her injuries, and she went to the dentist to get all the work done to fix everything. But again, you couldn't tell your friend what happened? Well, according to her, she don't know nothing. She don't remember nothing. She just woke up in a blood full of puddles. All right, maybe I've watched too many episodes of SVU and every Forensic Files episode, but I do not believe Tamar got those injuries from sleepwalking, even if it's possible. I believe she's protecting her attacker, who probably threatened her life and her family's well-being. What would y'all do in that situation? Would y'all still tell? You know what I'm saying? Take that risk and tell, or just let this weirdo alleged person still roam around threatening you? I smell someone is lying, because I'm sorry. This sleepwalking situation Tamar Braxton out here pushing, my spirit says something ain't right. And they're not the only people. A lot of people are saying this. So let's get into it. So sleepwalking is a typical diagnosed through a combination of medical history review, physical examination, and sometimes a sleep study. Doctors will assess the patient's sleep patterns, potential triggers, and rule out other conditions that might mimic sleepwalking. If needed, a sleep study, polysomnography, whatever, can provide detailed information about brain activity, heart rate, and other psychological parameters during sleep to confirm the diagnosis and assist with severity of the sleepwalking. So, yes, it can be possible, but they would have to do a sleep study. Okay? They would have to do some tests. You can't just say, oh, yeah, I think it's sleepwalking and just keep it like that. No. Y'all got to do tests and y'all got to do your job. Okay? Okay. Now, not only that. So here's some detailed breakdown. Medical history and symptoms. The doctor will inquire about the frequency and nature of sleepwalking episodes, potential triggers like stress or sleep, being sleep deprived, and any other sleep-related issues. Physical examination. A sleep study. If necessary, a sleep study can be conducted in a specialized sleep lab. During the study, various psychological parameters like brain waves, heart rate, breathing, and eye and limb movements are monitored while the individual sleeps. This helps confirm the diagnosis and identify any underlying sleep disorders. So I'm assuming that they did a sleep study, since that's what they're saying that she's diagnosed with. Ciao. Now, I don't know what Tamar got going on at Funky Dineva. I wouldn't be shocked or surprised that anybody come on this internet making up a whole story or covering for somebody or whatever the case may be. Nothing shocks me or surprises me, okay? So at the end of the day, y'all already know whatever's in the dark is always going to come to the light. And according to Tamar, she just woke up, didn't know nothing, got no clue of what the hell's going on. The doctors at first didn't know what the hell's going on. They ruled out seizures and strokes. And then they're talking about sleepwalking. Now, I don't know if she has a history of sleepwalking. Is it genetics? Is it what's triggering it? If it's happening, are they going to do a sleep test or whatever, monitor her sleeping and see if that's exactly what it is? Because y'all know how doctors nowadays be doing. I don't care how much money you think you got. These doctors don't want to do their job for real. A lot of the things have the same symptoms and they will go with just one thing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it might be this without doing tests and stuff. And then next thing you know, it's something life-threatening. Like, where to get these doctors from? But let me know down in the comments below what y'all think Tamar is doing. Is she lying? Or maybe this is a health issue. So Snoop Dogg is talking about a movie that he recently just seen with his grandson that involved two women having a baby. And yeah, so we're gonna listen to what he has to say. And some people were saying that he's a homophobic.
Took my grandson to see what was the movie with Buzz Lightyear?
Toy Story?
Not that one, but
the new Buzz, the Lightyear. I think it's
yeah,
called
with
Lightyear.
Keke Palmer's in that movie.
Okay.
She plays like the daughter. So we watching it, and the lady, which is Kiki's mama, they move on into the space years. They move down the line. They're like, man, she had a baby with a woman. Well, my grandson in the middle of the movie like, Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She a woman. Oh, shit.
What more do you want from me?
I didn't come in for this shit. I just came to watch the goddamn movie. Hey, man, watch the movie. They just said she and she had a baby. They both women. How did she have a baby? Shh. The movie ain't over with. So it's like, it's fuck me. I'm scared to go to the movies now. Like, y'all throwing me in the middle of shit that I don't have an answer for.
Snoop Dogg being homophobic is actually shocking to y'all. So some people was like, listen, this is not a shocker to me. Why is it to y'all? What a freaking loser. Ever since Snoop Dogg started tap dancing for Trump, he's gotten more outspoken about the dumbest stuff. Okay? So some people was not liking what Snoop Dogg had mentioned. Snoop Dogg built his career rapping about GANGs, crime, drugs, and violence, proudly embracing the gangster rapper persona. But now he's afraid by an animation film just because it shows a same sex couple together for less than 10 seconds. So some people was like, Snoopy Doggy Dog, what is going on here? Some people was thinking he's a little bit way too sensitive about certain topics. He's right. Leave our little ones alone. Glad he spoke up. Snoop didn't say anything wrong. So you do have people that agree with this. Okay? And I'm going to speak about it a little bit of my mindset and how I see things in a minute. I am GAY, and even I don't want to see all that GAY stuff. Whatever happened to movies being about entertainment? But why can it not? You understand what I'm saying? There is a such thing as same sex. Damn, I F with Snoop Dogg for majority of my life, but it's F you, Snoop Dogg. People exist, representation exists, and it's vital to be shown. People of the community deserve to exist freely and see themselves represented in media. That is true. So if you're sensitive about other people being different and what they go by or what you see, that's on you. That sounds like a personal problem. Okay, you can't stop the world from being who they are. Okay, so if you hear stuff, it's people outside arguing, I don't know what they about to do. But listen, we can't control people's mindsets and how they see something or what they don't want to discuss within themselves or with their kids. Now, what I'm going to say is this. Everybody to each his own. But your kids, you can't protect them from everything in the world, from what they see or what they hear. They're going to ask questions because they're curious and they're still learning in life. And we as parents, if we know the answer, we should have discussions. But that's just the type of parent I am.
I don't hold nothing for my kids when it comes to their curiosity or what they want to know. We have conversations in here, okay? No baby talking, no none of that. Real conversations, okay? Just like when babies are babies, you can't talk to them like that throughout their years because they're never going to learn anything. And their first words is going to be like, no, do better, okay? But me personally, the LGBTQ community is there. It's not going anywhere. I feel like it's always something new when it comes to the community. And just because you teach your kids things that they're curious about in life doesn't mean that they're going to automatically just copy and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do know that kids do have their own minds. Not every kid is a follower. And even if so, those are the conversations you have to have with your kids. Make sure that they're not followers. Explain why. Lead by example. Stuff like that. But Snoop said what he said. If Snoop don't say something or his parents don't say something about his curious question, he gonna find out somewhere, somehow on his damn internet by some friends, depending on the age. I don't know. Y'all make it harder for yourselves. Just have conversations. I know sometimes it might be difficult, but you just gotta be open and honest with your kids. Okay? That's just what it is, okay? Pretty sure there's some limits to know what not to talk about and age-appropriate things, but use it.
Warning, you will feel away. Okay, so we recently just spoke about Chrisean picking up Junior and basically trying to make it seem as if he was standing or he was trying to say, hey, pick me up, or whatever she was trying to insinuate. Now, let's just listen to what the people have to say, okay? Damn, Junior is still doing all that heavy breathing, shaking my head. Just look at his poor little face, scratched up, yellow skin, and malnourished, eyes droopy and all over the place. There is so much sadness and misery in his eyes, just empty. This little boy is being neglected, mistreated, and suffering in silence. I do believe that Junior be looking sad, okay? She knows he can't stand, so I'm not sure why she keeps staging him. Just get him the help he needs instead of doing this. I just wish she'd stop with the staging and just actually get him the help he needs. It's so saddening to keep seeing him be played with the way they all do. All right, I agree. He can't possibly walk on those feet. His ankles have not been used at all in his first year of life. He needs a walker at all times and braces on his feet. I definitely think that something is going on with his legs and his ankles and his feet. Okay? Nah, why his legs so stiff? He didn't bend them or kick or anything. She was holding him up to put his jacket on. But I highly doubt he's walking. Most kids bend their legs, reach, or kick when being picked. Why the state ain't on her case about this baby? If it was one of us, they would have been took our kids. Shaking my head. That is true. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but they saying that, CPS is involved. And y'all know how people like covering things up on the internet, but we just never know at this point. Poor baby. This is so sad. And everyone who's enabling her neglect are going to hell. Literally every last one. Poor baby. Can't even stand on his legs anymore. Children deserve the world, and Junior barely even getting crumbs. I don't think that his legs ever was standing or had any type of strength. That's the problem. We've been seeing it since he was young. Even on his first birthday, they tried to lift him up on the bed and his legs crunched up. My God, a whole child got grown adults in a tizzy. If he can or can't do the stuff y'all say, how does it affect y'all life? Well, it seems y'all don't have one. I don't think it affects anybody's life, but people just like you are just responding, okay? They are tired of him. They not getting that baby help because they are ready for him to go, unfortunately. The whole family is effed up in the head. He is in the stroller sitting down, still nothing as of yet. So some people was thinking that he was sitting in the stroller and she picked him up from there. I guess she put it that way for the ankle. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Chrisean, Miss Sir, you ain't following anyone. Why the bottom of Junior's Air Forces is clean as F? Goofy. He ain't even walked. Not 3 steps with them joints on. You're delusional. Yeah, because we know that on the bottom of shoes, they'll get dirty and stuff if you're walking. Okay, and clearly he's not walking. The shoes are for show. Okay, for his outfit. So whatever, they think he's a doll. I don't know. What's she gonna do when he's too big for the stroller? Ooh, that's a great question, Chrisean. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Junior's legs look dead. He literally has no ankles due to her not taking him to correct his clubbed feet. No muscle in his little legs. Her propping him up for cameras further proves the neglect. Shaking my freaking head. Yes, he was stroller bound, bed bound, back bound. Like, not too much activity we've been seeing. Happy smiles, living good, God bless. Ew, she's annoying. She's very annoying, okay? Yes, God bless Junior, okay? Because, child, wasn't he walking to her, and when Junior got to her, she picked him up? Somebody say, you trolling? Absolutely was not. Girl, you sound dumb. At what point did he walk to her? Don't you know if Junior walked to her, she would have recorded that, dummy? Chrisean pulled Junior out of the stroller and leaned him against her legs. Damn, you that slow? How the hell he walking just 5 days ago? He couldn't even roll over. Where he was on the floor. How? Please make it make sense, cause 2 + 2 = 4, okay? Right. We saw him struggling on that floor, poor baby, let alone him standing. If he could stand and roll over and all of that, he would not be struggling to roll over on that floor. He would have got up and he would have walked, okay? Not struggling and tilting over and all this other stuff that we seen in the damn video. Stop the delusion. A bib and stroller is all I need to see, okay? I mean, 1-year-olds still can be in a stroller or whatever the case may be, like when you're out and stuff like that. But bottles and all these other extra things that we don't even see him eating. Yeah, that's way too much. Putting him on the ground to act like he walked up to you and you're picking him up is literally freaking insane. She needs to be admitted to a hospital because that is literally mentally insane. I agree. If you out here staging things and you trying to prove a point to the people that you don't know, that's weird. It's okay to have a special needs child, girl. It's time you take accountability for what you did during your pregnancy. You seriously need to get this baby the proper care and treatment he needs. Stop kissing him in the mouth. Yeah, because nobody know where your mouth is. And she don't just kiss him. She blows spit and stuff in his mouth. Like, it's just so disgusting. Like, why you keep doing that, weirdo? Anybody else catch the person in the left bottom corner sitting on the floor assisting? That's what I thought. Somebody was down there holding his legs. God bless that poor baby. Everybody know he ain't getting help because she keep getting on here embarrassing her baby and herself instead of being there with and for him. Yet she's running behind a man per usual. Right. And that's one thing I dislike about her. Okay. She put men before her kid. Child.
What I got on? Oh, y'all know what I got on?
Sally, stop playing. Sally on the body, man.
Twinning on my Twitter, man.
You did. And that's why.
Okay, so regarding the whole Chrisean staging Junior acting like she picking him up like he's standing or something, everybody has their own observations. Some people say he might have been sitting in a stroller. Some people even said the lengths that I said. A kid, somebody on that floor holding up his legs. Okay? So it can seem like he's standing because I feel like Chrisean will go those lengths to make sure that she's trying to prove a point about Junior's milestones or her mothering or something that's clearly not believable. But yeah, I heard what people say. A lot of people have the same thoughts. You even had some people that saying, hey, he actually ran to Chrisean and then she met him and he lifted his arms up as if, you know, she's picking him up. That's not the case. I wish it was the case because we would like to see Junior thriving. But unfortunately, with the people that's surrounding him or the knuckleheads that don't got common sense or any type of mothering instincts, child, I feel so sorry for Junior. I feel sorry for any type of child out here that have parents that really don't give two shits about them. Especially the social media parents. Those are not the worst. No, those not the worst. Those like second to last to the worst. Second after the real worst ones out here that's torturing and unaliving their kids and stuff like that. Then you got the social media parents that do everything for social media, but behind closed doors is not what that is. That's what is given to me with Chrisean.
And I said what I said. Y'all can say the same thing about me. If I put out my business or if I say anything that's personal, whatever, y'all can have y'all assumptions. That's fine. I don't care. Y'all shouldn't either, because this is not about y'all. But anyway, I said what I said. The people spoke on the internet, and it just is what it is. You're always going to have positive, and you're always going to have negative, because that's what the world that we're living in right now. Nothing's always positive, so get your mind out of that. Y'all can try to be positive every single day. Something negative is going to go boom. Okay? Unexpected. Or maybe expected. Never know. Depends on your life. Okay? But let me know how y'all feel about it.
And then y'all remember this when everybody pinpointing the bruise on Chrisean Jr.'s face. Now, recently, he looked like he had a scratch. Okay, people have noticed that along with other things throughout the times. Look at a close-up. Do it look like kind of a black eye? Like, he looks so miserable and sad. Like, this is not even funny. I really feel like nobody's really doing him like how they supposed to be doing him. They treating that baby wrong. Okay, they probably taking all their frustration out on him because he takes time. He has to be monitored more, you know. He's allegedly a disabled child, which means more monitoring, you know, more, you know, you just got to do more. You got to have more patience and stuff like that. And we have not seen him really doing anything for himself. So for him to even have these bruises and knots and stuff that we've been seeing throughout, you know, since he's been born, it's kind of weird. We haven't seen him get up, stand up. Now, we know that when kids start walking or curling or doing certain rolling over and stuff like that, there might be some injuries. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen. Just like if they start to walk, they fall, scrape their knee, if they outside or stuff like that, it's going to happen. But we talking about Junior. We haven't seen him stand on his own. We haven't seen him curling. We haven't seen him rolling over. We haven't seen him do anything that, you know, somebody else that doesn't have a disability would do. And we seen that he pulls his hair and stuff like that. We see that he do well his hands and stuff like that. Maybe he could have scratched himself, or maybe somebody else is doing things to him, not watching him how they supposed to, taking frustrations out on him. I truly believe that Chrisean is out here doing Junior wrong. I really feel like she putting hands on Junior. Okay, she's frustrated. We see how her anger can get. We see her that she don't have any patience. Okay, we already know that her mindset is not really on being a mother. It's about bopping and popping around the damn city. Okay, waiting for Blueface to come out so she could start doing her damn stalker, obsessive, whatever the hell y'all want to call it. And it's just not making no damn sense. But that's just my observation. A lot of people observing the same thing. And, you know, we speaking out for Junior since nobody else is doing it, especially not his mother. Okay, his mother is so more focused on herself and her image that she's embarrassed of her own child. The same child that you forced yourself to have, to think that that baby was going to keep a man, and that man is in jail. You out here doing everything alone. And allegedly Blueface is not even a dad, it's Ronnie. And Ronnie has passed away. Okay, and allegedly she had something to do with it. She knew something about it or something. Okay, allegedly. That's what the streets are saying on the internet. But anyways, let me know how y'all feel about everything. Okay, my loungies, this video is a wrap. Y'all already know what to do. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Please let me know how y'all feel about everything down in the comments below. And please don't do too much. It's not that serious.